On Monday, Apple CEO Tim Cook was given the first ever Courage Against Hate Award by the Jewish ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, for his censorship efforts. And during his acceptance speech, he announced that tech companies are committing a sin by not censoring more people and more content from their platforms.
Perhaps most importantly, it drives us not to be bystanders as hate tries to make its headquarters in the digital world. At Apple, we believe that technology needs to have a clear point of view on this challenge. There is no time to get tied up in knots. That's why we only have one message for those who seek to push hate, division, and violence. You have no place on our platforms. You have no home here. From the earliest days of iTunes to Apple Music today, we have always prohibited music with a message of white supremacy.
But rap music about killing cops, dealing drugs, and committing a variety of other crimes is perfectly fine. Songs by notorious criminals like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Tekashi 69 are welcomed on the platform with open arms.
Why? Because it's the right thing to do. And as we showed this year, we won't give a platform to violent conspiracy theorists on the App Store.
Of course, he's talking about Alex Jones, and earlier in the ceremony, the presenter of the award highlighted the reasons for having Tim Cook there, and one of them was for banning Alex Jones. I'm sorry, Tim, I must have missed the podcast where Alex Jones was calling for violence.
Why? Because it's the right thing to do. My friends, if we can't be clear on moral questions like these, then we've got big problems.
Oh, you got big problems, all right.
At Apple, we are not afraid to say that our values drive our curation decisions.
Your Silicon Valley
and
values.
Why should we be?
Your perverted,
doing what's
atheistic,
right,
cultural Marxist
creating
values.
Experiences free from violence and hate. Experiences that empower creativity and new ideas.
They're liberal ideas.
It's what our customers want us to do.
We want you to stop censoring people.
Technology should be about human potential. It should be about optimism. And we believe the future should belong to those who use
George Orwell's 1984 as an instruction manual? He goes on to say that it's a sin to not censor more people who are being divisive. What sort of divisions are these terrible people sowing, you may ask? Well, according to the ADL, who gave him this award, it's celebrating things like Mother's Day and Father's Day. In this guide they published for elementary schools, they say, quote, if you're going to commemorate Mother's and Father's Day, consider making the day more general, like Family Day or Parent or Guardian Day, to make it more inclusive. Oh, it gets even worse. Quote, as a school, evaluate the messages you convey through language, policies, and procedures. Rethink forms, permission slips, and other procedures that explicitly ask for mother and father identifying information. Instead, change these designations to parent or guardian across the board. In talking with children, use terms like parents and guardians or adult family members rather than mothers and fathers. Think carefully and find alternatives to father-daughter dances and similar activities. I mean, what's next? Are they going to try to ban people from talking about traditional families? Oh wait, what's this? In discussions about family, actively discourage the concept of a traditional, average, or normal family. Work to broaden children's definition of family, emphasizing that family is not based on structure or specific members, but rather living arrangements, love, sharing home responsibilities, and common activities and traditions. Yes, if you simply say that it's better for a child to be raised in a home with a mother and a father, that's sowing division now, according to the ADL and Silicon Valley titans like Tim Cook. We're literally at the point where YouTube is now removing videos and issuing community guideline strikes on channels for criticizing parents who dress up their young boys as drag queens, or as they call them, drag kids, and take them to drag queen festivals, because that's hateful. First Amendment lawyer Harmeet Dillon responded to Tim Cook's call for more censorship, saying that the tech companies that discriminate based on viewpoint should have no protection under the Communications Decency Act, Section 230, because they are publishers, not neutral platforms. What she's talking about is Section 230 grants immunity to all tech companies for any civil or criminal violations that the users may commit by using the platform, because it's essentially a public square. News and editorial outlets do not have that same protection because they're the ones deciding what to put on their platforms, so they're the ones who are liable for it. In other words, you can't have it both ways. They shouldn't be able to claim immunity for what people are posting on their platforms if they're the ones who are deciding what is posted on those platforms. In fact, when Twitter first started, their motto was that they were the free speech wing of the free speech party. But my, how things have changed. Hey, Jack Dorsey.
But certainly, this quote around free speech wing and the free speech party was never a mission of the company. It was never a descriptor of the company that we gave ourselves. It was a joke because of how people found themselves in the spectrum.
But it was a joke that people took seriously, and their respect for you increased because of it at the time.
Well, that was before we realized that conservatism was going to spread so fast and far through the internet, so we decided we had to start censoring them to stop it. We're about this close from Amazon banning books, and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future, one or all of my books are completely removed from the platform entirely because they're just too divisive. At this point, Tim Cook's probably going to pull Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from iTunes before Christmas for perpetuating gender norms and being too divisive. Not to mention the economic censorship through mass demonetization that I've been experiencing on YouTube for the last year and a half. So big thanks to all you guys who sponsor my channel through Patreon and tip me through PayPal, and all you guys who get my shirts and my books. I appreciate your support. And with Christmas coming up, they'd make some great gifts. So you may want to go to MarkDice.com or click the link in the description below, head over to my online store, get someone on your list, the classic Liberalism Find a Cure shirt, or one of my presidential collections, or the Free Speech Zone shirt, all sorts of cool stuff over there. So thanks again for your support. Check back tomorrow for a new report, and I will see you soon.